Okay, what is the final step?
Final step bracket.
No, final step. X equals to 1. Okay, that is our final step. When we are asked to solve equations, I want to write equations until I know what is x. So now when I look at this expression or this equation that I have x here, I have x here, I have x here. Then my denominator also got x, but finally when I'm solving, the x is only 1x as a numerator by itself. Meaning, I don't want all this x to be in the denominator. So when I'm solving equation, that should be my line of thought. I don't want x to be in the denominator. Gerald, listen. Put away your PLE. Okay? So, we have fraction. The denominator got more than one term. So our first job is to go and bracket them together. Together they form the denominator. Together they form the denominator. So add your bracket, remind yourself. Okay? So this whole bracket, we see it as one thing. This whole bracket, we see it as one thing. So if I don't want any denominator, okay? If I make it a bit simpler, if instead of this, I have if instead of the equation being so complicated, I have 4 over A equals to 3 over B. If I don't want any denominator, I will multiply A. I will multiply B. But because equation, everything I multiply, I must multiply throughout the equation. So I want to multiply A means I must multiply A here also. Left and right side. I want to multiply B here, I must multiply B here also. So in the end, when I multiply both this denominator, this will cancel out, this will cancel out. End up, I will have 3 multiply this denominator, 3 times A. I will have this numerator multiplied by this denominator. Okay? So when we see the whole denominator as one thing, it is happening the same thing. The same thing is happening. So when I multiply this bracket, I must multiply this bracket to the right side at the same time. Okay? I must multiply this denominator throughout because I want to cancel it away. Then I must multiply this one throughout, left and right side, because I want to cancel it away. So the effect will be this one cancel this one cancel this one. Then my next line I will go and write this numerator 4x multiply the other denominator. Cyrus is still talking. Then this numerator here cancel away already. Now I need to multiply this one. And this one is this denominator. Okay? So I am one step closer to my final answer. My final answer is don't have denominator, don't have x in the denominator. Then I must go and do my expansion. 4x minus 4x squared equals to 3 minus 9x. Then put all my items. Now I see got x squared. So I must put all my items on the left, put right hand side 0. Then I put my minus 4x squared in front. I still have a plus 4x. This one move over become plus 9x. This one move over become minus 3. Then I simplify. Okay, quadratic expression on the left. X squared followed by some x followed by some numbers. So from there, I want to solve. I want to know what is x. So my next step will be listing down your A, B, and C. So from here, A is the number in front of x squared, so A is minus 4. B is the number of x, so 13. And C is the number by itself, don't have x1, so minus 3. Okay? Then the solving part is something that you all have done quite a lot of time already. Write down your x equals to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a okay? Then do your substitution. The minus, I'm not touching it, I am substituting b. I replace b with a bracket. Then put my b inside. Plus minus, don't touch. Square root, don't touch. B is being squared, so b replaced with a bracket becomes the bracket being squared. Then b is 13, put 13 inside. Minus 4, no change. A changing, substituting. So replace A with a bracket, put my A negative 4 inside. C I'm changing, replace C with a bracket, put my minus 3 inside. Divided by no change, 2 no change, A substituted, negative 4. Then press this into the calculator. Press with the plus first. Make sure everything is the same, looks the same on your calculator. Then press equal. You will get one answer. Then press the cursor back. The cursor come back until here. Delete away the plus, change to minus, you get your other answer. Okay? Okay, so I'll start with pressing the fraction button. Then I go to the numerator. Minus bracket 13 plus square root bracket 13 close bracket square minus 4 open bracket negative 4 open bracket close bracket open bracket negative 3 close bracket. Go down 2 bracket negative 4 close bracket. Press equal, I will get 1/4. Okay? Then I press the cursor back. Go and change the plus to minus. Change this plus to minus. Then it will give me another answer, 3. Okay? I think I use these two sides. Okay, next question. Part B. 6 over x plus 4 equals to x plus 3. Okay, going by the same idea, I don't want any x to be in the denominator. Gerald, still talking. You never do, now should be a time to listen. Okay, I don't want any x to be in the denominator. My denominator got 2 terms. I must bracket them together. Okay, I don't want the x plus 4, so I need to multiply it to the left to remove it. So when I multiply x plus 4 to the left, I want to write the next equation. I must do the same thing to left and right so that they are still equal. So when I multiply x plus 4 to the left, I must multiply x plus 4 to the right. And I am multiplying it to the entire right hand side. So I must multiply the entire right hand side. So this bracket becomes important. If you never put your entire right hand side in the bracket, you will get it wrong already. Okay? If you don't have this bracket, then you only multiply to 3. But now we are multiplying to both the left and the right. Okay? Then this will cancel with this. My left hand side left with 6. Then my right hand side will have x plus 3 multiply x plus 4. Okay? Okay, then simplify. Okay, I can also, instead of put everything to the left, I bring this 6 across easier. Right? Minus 6 on both sides. Then 0 equals to x squared plus 7x plus 6. After I put everything on the left, then I change their side off. X squared plus 7x plus 6 equals to 0. I'm just switching the side so I don't change the sign. Plus, still plus, plus, still plus, plus, still plus. Because I just write the left on the right, write the right on the left. Okay, from here, you can choose to go and identify your ABC, or if you can see, you all remember the first method you all learned to solve quadratic equation? Factorization. So factorization easier for this one. You can choose factorization, you can complete the square, you can use your formula, all will help you solve this question. Okay, so when I reach this, because I see 6 must be 1 times 6, then 1 and 6 I add together is 7 already. So straight away I can do my factorization. Okay, then from factorization, this bracket times this bracket is 0. Either this bracket is 0 or this bracket is 0. Then x equals to negative 6 or x equals to negative 1. Okay, the factorization I skip the drawing the grid that one because I don't need. Okay, for part E, done. Another 1 minute. Okay, Ken? Okay. Wait for Ryan. Done. Okay. For part E, though a lot of students I have seen before, those that just learn cross multiplication, they also just think, oh, got fraction, I just do a cross multiplication. But like that, wrong already. Okay? If you want to apply the cross multiplication, it must always be there is an equal sign between the two fractions. Then you do the cross multiplication. But this time round, this one is plus, not equal. So you cannot do cross multiplication. Okay? So there are two ways to approach this question. Same, finally I want x equals to 1. So I don't want any x to be in the denominator. Okay? Then another thing that is the same, numerator got two terms. So brackets first. All these steps are standard, always same one. Okay? Okay. One way is to add these two fractions together first. You all have learned how to add fraction. Make common denominator, correct? So 3x and 6. If I just multiply 3x by 2, I can make it become 6x. If I multiply x to 6, I can also make it become 6x. Once I have the common denominator, remember, we can one common denominator. So I'm only working on my left hand side. My right hand side no change. Then 2 multiply numerator, and this one I want to repeat again, don't expand. This one is plus, I keep the plus. Then numerator times numerator, don't expand, just put together first. Okay? From here, if you look at this equation, left hand side is a fraction. Numerator divided by denominator. Okay? Don't care what is the denominator. What must be the numerator to make the entire left hand side equals to 0? What must be the numerator? When I divide when I divide, let's say 900, I divide by 1, I divide by 2, I divide by 3, I divide by any number, it also won't go to 0. Okay? So, the only number that I divide by something to become 0 is 0. When I divide 0, no matter I divide 0 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0 will also become 0. Okay? So when I have this fraction equals to 0, the only way to make the left hand side become 0 is when the numerator is 0. Okay? Or another way to think about it is, I don't want denominator. So I want to multiply 6x to cancel it away. Then I multiply 6x at the same time. 6x cancel. 0 times 6x is still 0. Then I'm left with the numerator. Okay? So this is why the denominator disappeared. Cyrus, why you suddenly sit there? Why you showing your PLD to someone? Okay, then do our expansion. Minus 6 minus 2x plus x squared plus x equals to 0. Cyrus, then you taking photo now. What girl there?
It's not.
It's not. Oh, you need proof that your brother's sleeping in class. Okay, again x squared minus x minus 6 equals to 0. You can choose to do the quadratic formula. A is 1, B is negative 1, C is negative 6. Or if you can see the factorization, I can see the factorization. So I straight away factorize. Okay? Because all these are easy numbers. So I can straight away see. So I just factorize. Then either x minus 3 equals to 0 or x plus 2 equals to 0. X equals to 3 or x equals to negative 2. Okay? Okay, for this one, I'll do the quadratic formula also. So from here, I will go and see that A is equals to 1, B, A is 1, B is negative 1, C is negative 6. Then use my quadratic formula, x equals to negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, do my substitution. So this one important, negative belongs to here. I substitute b. So b put in the bracket, then the negative 1 put inside the bracket. Because minus negative 1 will become positive 1. If I don't put the bracket and I forget the minus, then I will get it wrong already. Here also same. My negative 1 must be inside the bracket. The negative sign is inside the bracket also. Because I replace b with bracket. Then the square is for the entire bracket. Okay? Last lesson, I just saw one student, they put the minus outside. If you put the minus outside, then wrong already. You will get the wrong answer. You will, when you press the calculator will do the wrong thing. Okay? So do your substitution and then press calculator. Fraction negative 1 plus square root bracket negative 1 bracket square minus 4 1 negative 6 divided by 2 bracket 1. Calculator tell me 3. Then go back to the plus, change it to minus negative 2. Okay? So factorization, if you can see the factorization, it is faster than using your quadratic formula. But the good thing about quadratic formula is whether can factorize, cannot factorize, you also can use quadratic formula. So this one is can solve all your quadratic equation one. Either have solution or no solution. But factorization, sometimes the number not nice. Got fractions, all these, got decimal, then you cannot use factorization. Okay? But if you can see the factorization very fast. Can? Okay, then let us move on. Today, I will ask you how to do F also, right? Then do F also. part F. 2x plus 4 over 3 minus x minus 2 over x equals to 3. Yes. Okay, if your square root, the inside is a negative number, you press calculator, there will be a question. Then there is no solution. There is no solution. No solution. No, you write no solution. State no solution. There are no solutions. Okay. Lexus 20. Darwish. Okay. For part F, I can go by the same idea as part E. Go and subtract these two fractions. But I want to show you another way that can also solve this equation. I don't want to go and combine as a fraction. Okay? So what is the thing that I can do? I know that I don't want the denominators. So something that is the same is, for two terms, I bracket first. Okay? I don't want the denominator means, if I don't want this denominator, I need to multiply 3. If I don't want this denominator, means I need to multiply x. So that the x can cancel the x, the 3 can cancel the 3. Okay? If I want to multiply 3, I must multiply 3 throughout the equation. I must multiply it to the left, I must multiply it to the right. Same thing. I want to cancel the x, I must multiply it to the entire left hand side. I must multiply it to the entire right hand side. Okay? So what will be the result? Hello. Pay attention. I don't want this 3, so I multiply 3 to everything. I don't want this x, so I multiply x to everything. So the result will be, I multiply 3x to the left, I multiply 3x to the right. This 3x, the 3 will cancel with this 3. Okay? Because when I multiply it to everything on the left, this one also like a rainbow like that. Then the 3 cancel with this 3. So I left with the x to multiply the numerator. Minus is still minus. My x cancel with the x. I still have a 3 multiply this. Okay? Then 3 times 3x is 9x. I can go to without denominator faster than if I go and add or subtract the fraction. Okay? So start with this one. When you are comfortable, this one is a better or faster way to get to your answer. If you understand it, 2x squared plus 4x Minus 3 must give to x. Minus 3 must give to minus 2, so become plus 6. Okay? Bring my 9x to the left. Simplify. Okay, same. If you can factorize, factorize. If you cannot factorize, it's okay to do your quadratic formula. Okay, sorry. Can even do one more step. I can divide everything by 2. Then become x squared minus 4x plus 3. I divide everything by 2. Then it will be even easier. Okay? X equals to 1 or x equals to 3. X minus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to 1 or x equals to 3. Okay, I think this is a faster or better way. But if you cannot see why we multiply 3x to everything, you go back to adding and subtracting your fractions.